Good early evening, and welcome to the Long Island Weather Update. And we're going to also talk about some of the severe weather that's happened. Another major city in Texas, Dallas, slammed by severe thunderstorms. Anyway, we had a mix of sun and clouds, a warm day, pleasant day outside. Though you do see some showers and thunderstorms here on the radar over Pennsylvania. On the satellite. And if we go to the radar here, you can see them as well. They're not supposed to hold together, but we are going to have to watch this closely. The reason why I'm doing this weather update earlier, by the way, you know why I have to do it earlier, because I got to basically drink that stuff that might make me sick because I got a colonoscopy tomorrow, so I may not be up to doing it later. But other than that, a pleasant day across the area. We're going to look at what we have going on in our area first, and then we'll get to Texas. Temperatures still in the low 80s out there. Pleasant conditions. Low dew points in the mid-50s. Partly sunny skies. Let's go look at our highs for today across the map. You can see generally low 80s across the area. Maybe some mid-80s in Jersey. Lows generally in the mid-60s, maybe upper 60s, and low 60s in some areas in the cooler spots there. Let's and the other thing I want to look at is precipitation, because we got even more. Let's go to the 48-hour. I'll just show you how much rain fell yesterday, because we actually wound up getting a lot yesterday. Some areas wound up getting a lot of rain, over an inch in some parts of Suffolk County, and then less as you make your way to the east. There was a little bit more rain that fell at Islip as well, so we'll have to look at that as well. But let's go back to the station plot. Let's go over our statistics for today, which will hopefully work, because we know we didn't get yesterday's statistics, so hopefully it'll work today. Because if it's not, I don't know what to tell you. All right, here we go. So, high of 81 and a low of 64 at Islip. 10 degrees above normal for the day at Islip. Central Park, a high of 78 and a low of 67. 7 degrees above normal for the day. Actually, I meant to look at Islip and look at the rainfall here. The month to date at Islip, 4.46 inches of rain. We're almost double that now, double the normal value at Islip, by the way. So I figured I would show you that. We'll go back to, well, they may not be one from yesterday, yeah. Whatever, they don't have one for yesterday, so. What can I tell you? Oh, okay, here's the one from yesterday. It did pop up. 1 inch, a record amount of rainfall at Islip fell yesterday for the day. What do you know? So, there you go. Let's now talk about all the severe weather that happened in Texas, because it's a big mess over there, and then we'll get back to our weather. Power outages. Texas is in the red again. Almost 1 million customers without power. And you can see mostly in the eastern part of the state, we've got lots and lots of outages here. There's been a lot of damage from these storms here. A lot of damage from these storms. Then we have some outages that are also almost completely out, like Cochrane. I guess some isolated storms hit these counties as well. Really hit very, very hard here. So the Dallas area and generally eastern Texas got hit very hard from this storm. We're going to go look at the radar rewind here. Before I do that, let's look at some of the damage here. New home built collapsed in Texas. This is what it looked like. Flash flooding and power outages. Look at all that lightning going on. Dallas this morning. Look at this. The winds actually moved an airplane. 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Actually sustained winds. So it's like, again, looks like another derecho type of event for Dallas. And we'll have some clips here to show you what it was like here from one of the cameras. Got a few of them here that we can show you here. Earth cam, just to show you briefly. You can see the winds just howling across. Luckily, they were able to keep the power on here at this site, amazingly. You can see that the rain is pouring down. You got very strong straight line winds. And there was actually a tornado warning, I believe, for this storm as well when it hit Dallas. So, very significant. Very significant. Look at the wind blowing. That's incredible. Amazed they've been able to keep the power on in there. That's incredible. The storm is lasting for a while here. We're 11 minutes in. It's still going. It's a long-lasting storm. Looks like it may finally be over. Yeah, finally. There's still a lot of lightning, though. Let me roll back to the next one. This one hit. The storm hit when it was dark out. So we're not going to get to see a shelf cloud with it or anything like that. Let's see. We can go back to this one here. Get to see it roll in here. Back this up a little bit. So this is the storm rolling in right now. So another derecho type event for Texas. Some pretty strong winds right there coming in. So right around 550, it looks like that's where it hit. Yeah, look at those strong winds there. Really, look at that little flag there. I'm amazed it still survived that storm. But yeah, pretty significant storm. We can look at the Dallas skyline camera as well, which only gives us 6 minutes. We can look at that as well. Go to 6 minutes. Okay, we got 6 minutes at 6 o'clock here. And you can see the winds just shaking this thing violently. Oh yeah, here. Oh wow, is the power going out there, or it's just the rain blocking the view? I think the rain is so heavy, you can't even see the skyline. Look at that. So they got an incredible amount of rain there too. So really incredible. Look at how dark it is. Wow. I don't know if the city lost power or it's just the rain. You can't see anything. Look at that. I mean, the rain is just blinding. I think that looked a lot worse than that, wherever that garage was that got hit. Let's see, maybe we can get another one. Let's see. This one will work. Yeah. 6 to 7. All right, so you can see, yeah, you can see the storm coming in here. You can see the trees moving. It hasn't started raining yet. You can definitely see the trees moving very violently. Unfortunately, no sound, but here it comes. So look at that. You can see the really just torrential, wind-driven rain. You got sustained winds of at least 50, possibly gusting up to 80 here, causing a lot of damage to the power grid for sure in these areas. And you can see, look at that. It looks like a hurricane. So that's definitely derecho. It looks like the winds are, again, going from the same direction, so that would be a derecho-type storm that they're experiencing there. You can see, look at that. Yeah, really heavy rain. Really heavy. And again, we weren't expecting... Last night, they kind of upped it to moderate. So it's very interesting. So let's go to the radar. We're going to look at this we'll go to the radar rewind and we'll show you what happened here. And you can sort of see what's going on. I think there's still a risk too, but let's go to the radar. We'll rewind it to 6 in the morning here. Take a look at this storm. So this is the storm that hit Dallas right here. This is the one that hit Dallas for it. So right around 6 o'clock, came in a little bit after 6. I think it more like, this might be our time. So 6 o'clock their time, 7 o'clock our time. You can see it coming in here. You can see it's coming right in from the north there. And you can see, look at that, bowing right over Dallas right there. And then it continues southward, the storm. And it caused more damage, I think, in other parts of Texas, too. You can see the storm continuing to go on here as we got into another round of storms behind that. So, look at that. Wow. So they're really getting pounded there in Texas there. Really pounded. And it looks like Houston might have gotten hit again, too. Or just north of Houston as well. So, yeah, it's incredible. It really is what happened. But let's look at some of the observations from that area. All right, we still have a severe thunderstorm watch now in effect for, oh my gosh, yeah, we got some pretty strong wind gusts over here in parts of Louisiana. So it looks like they're probably dealing with some severe weather. They have 52. Oh, look at that, 63 mile an hour wind gust at Galveston. Oh boy. In fact, there's a live camera. We can look at Galveston right now.
I love working with my sons. I love working with my sons.
I got to skip past this.
Where are they?
No, all right, here. So, yeah, this is what's going on. You can see the camera really shaking there. So they're getting some really strong winds there. 63 mile an hour wind gusts from the east. So yeah, that's not good at all. So let's look at the radar. I'll go back to the observations in a moment. See what's going on. All right. Is there anything on the radar? No, there's got to. Yeah. So they're getting some strong wind gusts from this storm. The storm looks like the storm actually finished coming through Galveston already, but they're still dealing with some very strong winds with this line here that's going into Louisiana now. And then we have more severe thunderstorms here in West Texas. These look pretty nasty too. So very active day again around Amarillo as well. Today, again, we thought it was going to be a little less active today, but it turned out to be quite active indeed. And we have a lot of power. I don't know about any transmission line damage. They very well may be. But let's go back to the weather and hazards map here. And we're going to go look at Dallas for a moment here. And there's Dallas. We'll get some observations. You can still see flash flood warnings. They probably got a lot of rain, too, as a result. Let's see. All right, Fort Worth. Let's see. They had a maximum wind gust of 49 miles an hour today. Got to go right in that Dallas area. Let's see. We got to find one right. Look at this. This Dallas Redbird Airport had a wind gust of 60 miles an hour with the storm. So if we go back in here and we'll take a look and we'll show you what they got over there. So they gusted up to 60. Wow. That's really incredible. There's the storm right there. 6:07 a.m. That's squalls, it says. Squalls. I'd like to... So, I could probably... Let's see if we can find another one here. Dallas Love Field. They gusted to 75. Wow. So the airport really got pounded by this thing. In fact, they're missing observations. Could be due to power outages. Power possibly going out at the airport or losing their internet connection. But you can see, look what happened when the storm arrived. North-northwest wind at 48 gusting to 75 with thunderstorms and heavy rain. North wind at 46 gusting to 70. North wind at 43 gusting to 75 with a heavy rain. And look at this. It lingered for a while, still gusting to 74 at 6:22. So they had a good... Look at this. Even at 6:28, almost 6:30, 51 mile an hour. They almost had like almost 45 minutes of hurricane-like conditions, very strong tropical storm-like conditions with this line, which, again, really overperformed. Really overperformed. So let's take a look at the total amount of rainfall in this area. And we'll do the 12-hour. I guess we'll do the 12-hour. We'll do the 24-hour. And look at this. Yeah, no surprise here. Over 2 inches of rain in a lot of these areas here. No surprise here. And the same thing for this area, too, as well. And then it looks like, wow, did they just issue a new tornado watch right around West Texas? They sure did. The Texas Panhandle. And look at this. We actually have we have a couple of active tornado warnings now going on as well. So the day is not over yet with the severe weather. Yeah, those red boxes there are tornado warnings. No, it's not showing it when I click up. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about our weather and look at the radar for our area, and then wrap this up because I gotta drink that stuff in a little bit here. So see some showers and thunderstorms over Pennsylvania, none of which are severe. So let's go to the models now, and that's right. I wanted to just show you the CONUS satellite, so I'll show you that here briefly. You can see, look at all that popping up there in Texas. But anyway, let's go to our weather here. We'll go to the models here. I'm just going to go over the northeast. We are going to go to the HRRR. I think we'll have the 18Z HRRR to look at here. And you can see these storms generally should break up by the time they get here. Now, tomorrow we're going to have a similar thing with this trough around. There's even a better chance of a shower or thunderstorm toward the evening, perhaps. You can see a little wave coming along in the evening there. It could bring us a chance of some thunderstorm activity. The dew points and wind flow, west winds here. Just give me a moment. I do apologize for that. Have to drink plenty of fluids before I drink that stuff. So you can see tomorrow the winds kind of back off to the south. That'll actually bring a little more moisture in. And then as we get to Thursday, wind shift to north, but the winds are still dew points are not that low, which may indicate some clouds. So let's go look at the temperatures here. Tonight we'll be dropping probably into the upper 50s. And then tomorrow, it'll be a little bit cooler. We'll have a little more cloud cover, perhaps. So I think we'll probably have a little more like mid to upper 70s. Don't think we'll see the 80s we saw today. Temperatures tomorrow night, again, not dropping that much, upper 50s. And then Thursday, wind up being cooler with that northerly wind with temperatures only in the low 70s. So, let's look at some soundings. I'm kind of interested in the instability for tomorrow. So you can see it doesn't look terrible, but anyway, let's go to the NAM and see what it's doing with thunderstorm activity as well. So the NAM also showing that there could be a shower or thunderstorm with this low. It's going to mainly be in the evening tomorrow. I think most of the day should be dry, but there could be a chance of a brief shower or thunderstorm. And then look what happens on Thursday. It actually has the NAM actually has another area of showers that develops around noontime. So there's going to be unstable air, and you've got this cyclonic flow. So it's not going to be great as far as skies go with this cyclonic flow. So let me go to the RGM, and we'll show you what we're talking about. So here we go. All right. So it looks like we're missing some data, which is lovely. All right. So luckily, well, it should get us through tomorrow. So RGM really kind of underestimating the cloud cover. Kind of underestimated it today. You see the clouds popping up tomorrow. I think it'll partly sunny mostly. Start with sunshine, but I think it'll be partly sunny. Then the thicker clouds come in. And then Thursday, RGM tries to clear it out a little later on. So it all depends on the speed of this wave that we have coming up. But that hopefully I'll be up to doing the weather update tomorrow night so we can talk about it. But I think that's going to wrap it up from here. So I got to keep it brief because it's time for me to drink that stuff. So wish me luck with the colonoscopy tomorrow. And I've had one of these. I had one of these before many years ago. The semi-colonoscopy. It wasn't a full colonoscopy, but the procedure is still similar. So, but anyway, wish me luck regardless, and hopefully I can be up to doing the weather update tomorrow night, though it might be a little on the late side, depending on how I feel. Have a good night.